is Grace Wanja Manyara. I'm a mother of two. My firstborn, Raha Joki. My secondborn, John Manyara. John has autism. He's 26 years old, actually going to 27 in next month. John developed convulsions when he was 3 weeks old after birth. And from there, his health was not very good, as in like he could get frequent infections. And we were in hospital, in and out of hospital most of the times. And the convulsions continued up to 3 months. So from 3 weeks to 3 months, we were in and out of hospital, and he was on medicines for convulsions. And after that, the convulsions were controlled, but we were on medicine for like 5 years. These 5 years, he was on meds, but they were withdrawn after that. And he didn't achieve his milestones in good time. He walked at 24 months. For speech, he developed a little bit of speech when he was 9 months, and then it disappeared. I didn't know he was autistic, but I knew there was something wrong with him. And no doctor actually ever told me that John has autism at that point. So I could go to, like, there's people meeting, special needs parents meeting, cerebral palsy or Down syndrome meetings, and then I would go and listen and see the kids. Yeah, but I would still go back home without meeting a parent with another child like mine. And when he was like 6 years old, I read a Reader's Digest magazine, and there was a story there on autism, and a mother had given details of her child who has autism now in South Africa. And I was like these people had come to my house and seen John, because the story they had talked about was exactly like John's and how he behaves. So I wrote an email to the address in South Africa. It was Autism South Africa. So, and they replied to me and said, yeah, your son could be having autism, and the best thing to do is you get other parents and try to help each other. And they sent me pamphlets. But even then, I had not met another parent with a child with autism. So that was when he was 6 years old. And remember, he was in school, and I was taking him for checkups, but the doctors never told me that he has autism. So when he was 8 years old, that's when I took him to a school in Lavington. And the very first time, that's where I met other parents and also children with autism. Yeah. Autism, I call it a hidden disability, because looking at him, you won't know like he has a disability. But like looking at a child with cerebral palsy, you will notice this child has an issue. If you see a child with Down syndrome, definitely even the facial looks will tell you that there's a problem with this child. Yeah, but when it comes to autism, most of the time you won't see, and you won't know by the looks. One thing, he likes eating. you have seen his size. He loves eating. When we are just us at home, he's quiet, and he will follow instructions. But when visitors come in, he gets very, very excited. Or we go to a place which is not familiar. So maybe we have two different John, the one I know and the one people will know when they come in. But he's basically a very, very cheerful person, and he loves visitors. Like now I had prepared him, like visitors are coming, and he was, oh, visitors are coming, okay. So he gets very, very excited about new people and new places. Okay, especially the diet bit of it. So we withdrew bread, we withdrew milk, and withdraw sugar, especially if he's seeing it. So if we are eating the same kind of food, all of us as a family. If you need to eat bread, you can go somewhere else and eat your bread. Yeah, so we really try to accommodate him in everything we do. Yeah, he's not segregated. Yeah. Those two kids are mine, so, and I have to take and accommodate them and love them equally. Not because he will bring me the A, just the way he is. So it has harbored me. I've learned, like, you always don't get what you want, but you can work with what you have. Most of the parents, I was there myself, blame themselves. It's like you think, maybe I did something wrong, that's why I got this kid. It's not their fault. It's not something they did do or they didn't do. They just have to appreciate the kid the way the kid has come. And also, don't segregate that child. Don't hide him in the house. Just be proud of the child, like the way you are proud of the other children. Yeah, just love them and don't love them because they bring the A's or forever. Unconditional love. These kids need unconditional love. And also these days, there's a lot of information. Those 26 years ago, we didn't have the information there is now. So there's a lot of information on early intervention, which is critical. Like you realize, I started intervention like 8 years. So 8 years were wasted without any intervention. So once you see your child is not catching up, like they're not meeting their milestones, and it's early as 18 months, you'll be able to know. So seek early intervention. Yeah, it is very, very critical. Yeah. TSK means Different Retent Society of Kenya, and it's a registered group, but mostly a WhatsApp group where parents encourage each other. They talk about their issues, they talk about the interventions, and yes, they do hold forums once in a while, and which we didn't have at our time, so it is a very, very encouraging thing. Yeah, they are also like, we have an organization called Autism Support Center, where basically we give therapy and counseling, like talking parent to parent. And we also do outreach program at St. Joseph Catholic Church in Kawasukari. So there's a group called Ujiachilie, and so the basic, that one we don't do just the autistics, we do all the special needs, the children in need. So the kids come there every Tuesday and every Wednesday, and they get therapy. And Autism Support Center do pay the therapists to come and do that therapy. Yeah. So if anyone lives around that area and they need their child to be done therapy, they can always come to Kawasukari Catholic Church. Yeah.